Alright people, it's Brad the Lad back again with another video. Hope I find you all doing really well. Today we're going to be talking about Cavan Sullivan, who is tipped to be the next big thing in football. At the age of 14 years old, it has been confirmed that he will move to Manchester City when he turns 18. He now plays for the Philadelphia Union. He's hoping to become a great soccer player, as they say in the US. But there was another man at the age of 14 who also had a similar start to life in this way. Cavan Sullivan has signed a huge record-breaking contract in America. He's going to be earning a hell of a lot of money. His future seems bright. It seems like he'll be living the dream. Freddy Adu is another player at the age of 14 who had bags and bags of potential as a youngster. He was tipped to be the next Pele. Freddy Adu came over to the US from Ghana after his mother won in the green card lottery. I think that's just a term of phrase. I don't actually think it's called that. And he did sign for DC United. He did have a lot of potential. However, at the age of 10, Inter Milan offered him $750,000 to go and play for them. However, his mother turned that down. At 14, signing for DC United, the team he grew up watching, was the start of a big career. Everything looked so promising. He did go on to captain the US under-20s team in the 2007 World Cup. He also did train with Manchester United in 2006, but Sir Alex Ferguson wasn't keen on signing him. He did play for 15 different clubs across Europe. That was after he left Real Salt Lake. He had 15 different clubs, including Benfica and Monaco. After several loan spells in Europe, he did return to America to join the Philadelphia Union to work alongside his former coach Peter Nowak, who I actually found out, I don't know if this is true, but apparently was sacked due to mistreatment of his players. But he has worked with Nowak before, has Freddy Adu, working in the under-23s USA team and the DC United team when he was a youngster. He was released by Philadelphia and joined Bahia. He actually did a swap deal with Cleberson, who was a former Manchester United flop. The article I read, to words, not mine. So he joined Bahia, and in 2014, again was released. And he had a month's training with Blackpool FC, who are currently in League One. At the time, they were in the Championship. But again, the club decided not to give him a contract after training with the club. Probably the big takeaway is that he was rejected or released by a number of clubs. Now, when I've seen him, he's done interviews, spoken, pretty well. He seems like a very humble man. He seems like a humble guy who really does love his mother. He speaks very well of her. He seems very down to earth, respectable of other people. It never seemed like he had an attitude problem. But there's clearly a reason why everything just didn't fall for him. It was the hype. He did an advert with Pele. He got sponsored by Nike. Did adverts for Pepsi, things like that. And you know, he had so much potential, but in the end, it just didn't work out. What was the reason for that? I don't know. There is so many what ifs. You know, what would have happened if he did join Inter Milan? Would it have been worse? Would it have been a lot better? I don't know. I'm not so sure. But obviously, at the age of 10 years old, you know, it's taken the life of being a kid away from him. And I suppose that's what his mother was trying to do, always, you know, always thinking of him first, looking out for his well-being. But I think if I got that opportunity to play for Inter Milan at 10, you know, maybe I might have thought, you know what, I probably should have gone for that. But when you really think about it, you might have just thought, my life's been taken away, and it can be a bit overwhelming. So the lessons after Cavan Sullivan, they'll be there. I'm sure his parents will be there to guide him. I'm sure his club will be there to guide him, and he will be, you know, he has got bags of talent and potential within him. Would he be able to succeed in the future, or will he have a disappointing career as it turned out for Freddy Adu? Freddy Adu, one of the most talked about wonder kids in football. Cavan Sullivan doesn't want to be that next Freddy Adu, and that does sound pretty harsh on Freddy Adu. I wish it did turn out better for him, but it does make you just wonder, why did those things happen? What sort of things contributed to that downfall, you know? But I think, you know, I don't know if anybody's compared Sullivan to anyone else at the moment, as they compared him to Beckham, Rooney. You know, I think he's a midfielder, so I think that's why I'm mentioning it. I know Wayne Rooney's played up front before, started off as a striker. You know, could he be as good as Haaland or Mbappe? Who knows? But hype can be a very, very... It can be a curse as well as a blessing. It can be, you know, very, very daunting because it rises the expectation. And I think because he's just at a young age, just go out and play and have fun. I think that's what it's got to be. I think you've got to have fun when you're playing. You know, a lot of people might disagree with that, you know, but I think you've got to enjoy what you're doing as well as, you know, being professional and doing everything you possibly can to win. Thank you guys for watching this video. Please remember to leave a like, subscribe and comment below. This is Brad the Lad. See you all next time. Bye bye.